The O'Reilly Factor is on tonight.
The idea that you stand here before us and talk about that you're strong on immigration is on its face the height of hypocrisy.
This has been a tough couple of debates for Rick, and I understand that, and so you're going to get testy.
But it was far more than testy. Romney and Perry may now detest each other. But who had the stronger argument about illegal immigration? Dick Morris, Bill Burton, and I will analyze.
The reason that our plan is being attacked so much is because lobbyists, accountants, politicians, they don't want to throw out the current tax code.
Herman Cain gets hammered over his 999 tax proposal. We'll take a no-spin look at the strengths and weaknesses of the tax plan.
Everybody should lighten up.
Also, Dennis Miller has some thoughts about last night's debate and the Occupy Wall Street folks.
I would have probably been one of those kids.
Caution. You are about to enter the no-spin zone. The Factor begins right now. Hi, I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks for watching us tonight. What exactly happened in the Republican debate? That is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. There were three central themes last night in Las Vegas. Number one, Mitt Romney and Rick Perry don't like each other. Number two, all the Republican candidates don't like Herman Cain's 999 tax plan. And number three, Anderson Cooper lost control at a key moment in the debate. Let's take them one by one. You may remember that Governor Rick Perry lost some support when he told Americans he opposes a border fence with Mexico and he supports paying in-state college tuition for illegal aliens. Mr. Perry knows that hurt him. So last night he tried to turn things around by going after Mitt Romney on the illegal immigrant issue.
Mitt, you lose all of your standing from my perspective because you hired illegals in your home, and you knew about it for a year. And the idea that you stand here before us and talk about that you're strong on immigration is on its face the height of hypocrisy.
Governor Romney? Rick, I don't think I've ever hired an illegal in my life. And so I'm afraid, I'm looking forward to finding your facts on that, because that just doesn't...
I'll tell you what the facts are.
Rick, again.
You had them.
I'm speaking.
I'm speaking. The newspaper.
I'm speaking.
Time for you to tell the truth.
You get 30 seconds.
Time for you to tell the truth.
The way the rules work here is that I get 60 seconds.
Well, no, but the American people
and then you get 30 seconds to respond, right?
And they want to hear...
Before things got to that point, CNN's Anderson Cooper, the moderator, should have stepped in and allowed Romney to respond to Perry without interruption. Now, I understand that bickering is good television, but in a presidential debate, there's got to be a central authority or noise wins. It's not like a cable news program where sometimes you have to let the guests fly. Perry accused Romney of hypocrisy. Cooper should have provided Romney a moment to respond without chaos. When Romney finally did respond, he said this.
This has been a tough couple of debates for Rick, and I understand that, and so you're going to get testy. You wrote an op-ed in the newspaper saying you're open to amnesty. That's number one. Number two, we hired a lawn company to mow our lawn, and they had illegal immigrants that were working there. And when that was pointed out to us, we let them go. And we went to them and said, you have a problem with allowing someone to finish speaking. And I suggest that if you want to become president of the United States, you got to let both people speak. So first, let me speak.
All right, the facts are these. After learning that his lawn mowing company in Massachusetts was using illegal labor, Governor Romney told them not to do that, not to hire illegals. They agreed, so he kept them on. Then the lawn mowing company hired illegals again, so Romney fired them. The whole thing played out over a year. The Boston Globe broke the story. Now, you can decide whether the issue has any relevance. Next up in the barrel, Herman Cain, who was pounded over his 999 tax proposal.
Go to New Hampshire where they don't have a sales tax and you're fixing to give them one. They're not interested in 999. What they're interested in is flatter and fair.
If we give Congress a 9% sales tax, how long will it take a liberal president and a liberal Congress to run that up to maybe 90%? Who knows?
The fact of the matter is, I mean, reports are now out that 84% of Americans would pay more taxes under his plan.
The worst part about it is it's regressive. A lot of people aren't paying any taxes, and I
like that. I don't think that we should even things up by raising taxes. So it is a regressive tax, so it's very, very dangerous.
Will the people in Nevada not have to pay Nevada sales tax and in addition pay the 9% tax?
They would. The feds cannot dictate what the states charge in sales tax, so the two have to be added together. For example, here in New York City, the combined sales tax would be nearly 18%, even more on gas and other fuel. As for low-income folks, they would indeed pay a little bit more. Before it was cut, the Social Security payroll tax was 6.2%. Kaine would knock that out completely, along with the 1.5% Medicare tax. So low-income folks would pay about 1.3% more to the feds if the 9% individual flat tax was passed into law, because that would be on everybody. Also, a 9% sales tax would hurt things like the fast food industry, clothing, non-essential items. Maybe the lower income tax rate would mitigate that, but in a weak economy, 999 would be a gamble. However, Herman Cain is all in.
It is a jobs plan. It is revenue neutral. It does not raise taxes on those that are making the least. All of those are simply not true. The reason that our plan is being attacked so much is because lobbyists, accountants, politicians, they don't want to throw out the current tax code and put in something that's simple and fair. They want to continue to be able to manipulate the American people with a 10 million word mess. Unfortunately, none of my distinguished colleagues who have attacked me up here tonight understand the plan.